Yo, welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. Y'all, I was talking for 8 minutes and just figured out that the microphone was not on. No, welcome back to the house. Listen, we have the liquor. Y'all can see that I'm not in my usual spot, but we're going to make it work anyways. Listen, we also have the Arizona green tea. This is the best thing coming out of any convenience store or gas station. Okay, go ahead and pick you up. We have so many fluids. The water, because I was so dehydrated last night from getting way too drunk, and then electrolyte beverage premium hydration. I ain't never tasted this, but listen, they say when you have a hangover, no, it's not that bad. It just tastes like a syrupy juice. But it's not that bad. But I needed all of the fluids because y'all, I was drunk as a skunk last night. I went to the Hollywood Impact Awards, Hollywood Unlocked Impact Awards. Shout out to Jason Lee for the invite. Super, super cute. We're going to talk about that. Okay, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into some Housewives teas. We have Carlos King and Sutton Strack from Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills is shaking the hell out of Mr. Carlos King, the king of reality television. Who else? We have Ralph Pittman is coming out talking about he's apologizing for the divorce. He's apologizing for the situation. He is a master manipulator. And he's trying to gaslight us. But listen, it's a scheme that was set up by Todd, and we're not going for it. And then I want to talk about some other things. Oh, y'all, Martha's Vineyard. I want to do a whole, and when I say a whole, I mean a whole breakdown on Martha's Vineyard, because Martha's Vineyard was good. Goodt. And every Sunday night, I would text my friend, shout out to Zachary. I would text him, and child, fuck Housewives. I would be like, so how you felt about tonight's episode of Martha's Vineyard, bitch? When I tell you, we would be gossiping and talking so much shit in our text. Child, Martha's Vineyard was that girl. But I felt like the show, there's a good foundation there, but the show could be so much better. So we're going to talk about it all today on the House of Aaron. Listen, I'm on the West Coast. So, you know, this video is going to come out a little bit later. I told y'all that last night I went to the Hollywood Unlocked Impact Awards. Okay, bear with me. I went to the Hollywood Unlocked Impact Awards. Again, shout out to Jason Lee. I don't really care what y'all have to say about Jason Lee. I don't care that y'all don't like that I like Jason Lee. It is what it is. You know, I fuck with Jason Lee. Even though when I met him last night, he was looking at me like, who the fuck? And I was like, girl, why aren't you being Hollywood right now? Right? He was like, security, get this bitch. No, he looked at me like, who the fuck? And then it took a second. He was like, oh, hey. I was like, child, he's too Hollywood. But now listen, he was hosting. He was hosting the award show. It's his award show. And so, of course, it's a lot of people coming up to him, and he's hosting everybody and planning and, you know, doing all this other, you know, extra stuff. And so I completely understand. But when I tell y'all that this award show had a budget, I mean, they kept saying that last night, but it really was the truth. The budget was budgeting, and I don't know who this Money Matt billionaire man is, but Money Matt, or whatever his name is, he cut the check. I think that's his name, Money Matt. Let me do a Google search. Money Matt. Yeah, this him right here. Money Matt Herman. The making, what did they say? PR Underground online press release distribution. Okay, Money Matt Herman, the making of a Renaissance man. And listen, I don't know who this Money Matt is, but he definitely cut the check last night, because when I tell you that award show had a budget, okay, and then the billionaire came up and said, yeah, I'm from such and such, and I came from the gutter, and I was the only white boy, and this, that, and the third. And so when I met Jason, it was like boom, 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 boom. And so I cut the check. I mean, he had to cut a nice check, because that award show, when I tell you the budget was budgeting, like, The flowers, the aesthetic, the lighting, the music. I mean, they had Shantae Moore perform. They had Money Long performing. They had Krishana Rock. It's a vibe all the time. Babyface accepted an award. You had Catherine Bruton from BMI accepting an award. You had Chloe Bailey accepting an award. La Roach, who I resonated with his message the most. And La Roach was like, I've been, styling Zendaya and what's her face? Anne Hathaway and everybody else for 10 plus years and had all of this money and success and jobs like Phaedra Parks. And yet none of that truly made me happy. And so now he's on his happiness journey and I'm here for it. It was so nice, you guys. The graphics, I mean, the food. The food, Michael Blackson didn't like the chicken. He didn't like the chicken. But I didn't try the chicken. I had the vegetarian option. They had like this vegetarian, like zucchini lasagna sort of situation. They had wine. They had an open bar. And that's why I have all of this stuff. Okay, that's why I have all of these fluids. Child, that's how you know they got money. The open bar. Okay, I had on my way here, I think I had a margarita in the airport. Then I had 2 shots on the plane. Y'all, I ain't never got so drunk on a plane before. I was just like, I think it was the altitude. Because ain't no way that 3 shots is getting you like passed out drunk. Okay? And then when I landed, got a bottle, started drinking. And then when we got there, he had like a cocktail hour and was drinking, okay, whiskey on the rocks, even though they say whiskey is a winter drink. But listen, I drink whiskey every day, all day. And, I'm not a tequila girl. I'm not a tequila girl. But yes, so an open bar, everything so cute. Why were the Hollywood Impact Awards, why was it like more organized and more put together and more of a budget than BET Awards? Y'all. So it was really cute. Got to meet Tiffany Haddish, took a picture with Macy Gray. Who else? Tyrese was there. I'm trying to think who presented or whatever. Whoopi Goldberg was there via Zoom, and it was really cute. Tupac received an award, and his sister, accepted it, of course, on his behalf. Rest in peace. So cute. Okay, y'all better get with the money team. Y'all better get with the money. Y'all say, why do you like Jason Lee? Why do you? I'm like, shut up. And then this is something I never talked about, but there was a video. So first off, Jason is on Jason is on Instagram. Did y'all see where he went onto Instagram and Twitter and basically was like naked? I was gonna talk about this, but I never really got the opportunity to because I'm like, okay, who cares? It doesn't make sense. Oh, let me show y'all my outfit. Hold on. Okay, so that's what we had going on. Okay. And there's Tiffany Haddish. Okay. And then I have some more, but listen. And then, let me show y'all. So I never got to talk about this because I'm like, who cares? But Jason was on Instagram naked a couple of weeks ago. If I can find it. I can't find it right now. Maybe he deleted it. Oh, there we go. Do y'all see that? Like, he's trying to show off his whole body. And I'm like, girl. And then, what else? And then maybe like a week or 2 ago, one of my friends sent me a video on Twitter of Jason Lee. He was on an Instagram live and someone, I guess, screen grabbed it and put it onto social medias. And he was basically like, I don't know if they were at his house, somebody's house, drinking, smoking hookah, like chilling, having like a powwow kickback. And he was just like making out with this man and like tongue kissing him down. And they were smoking the hookah and they were washing each other's backs and getting a little freaky deaky like Doja Cat and Tyga. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. But a lot of the comments were like, why is he hanging around all these young people, all these young boys and yada, yada, this and yada, yada, that. And I'm like, first off, there might be an age gap, but the age gap ain't that. It ain't gapping like it's, like how y'all trying to make it seem like, oh my God, like y'all trying to make it seem like the man is tonguing down like an 18-year-old. I'm all about, when you have age gap relationships, because I can speak from experience. Most of the men that I've liked in my life, they've always been at least 10 years older than me. Most of them. And this is something to see about me. I was 20. Y'all gonna judge me. Don't judge me. When I was 22, I dated a 52-year-old. I know. He had kids that were older than me. I know. Was I taking advantage though? Anyways, so I say that to say, no, that man was 30. Okay, so back to Jason. So age gap relationships, to me, they don't be that big of a deal. Like, I feel like everyone is a consenting adult. Is there some mind manipulation going on? Now, usually, the older you are, of course, there's a power dynamic. The older person, especially, don't let that older person be rich or have money. So that's a clear power dynamic because they have money and then they're rich. And then younger people, when an older, well-off person dates a significantly younger person, it gets like younger people are more impressionable and more easily manipulated. So I understand the power dynamics of an age gap relationship. So I know all about it. Okay. I say all of that to say that I know all about it. But this man was like 30, I think. He was in his 30s. The man was in his 30s. I'm like, okay, this man is in his 30s. He is very aware of what he's doing. Okay. And at that particular point, I think Jason is 40 something. This man is 30 something. So the age gap is really not that deep. It's really not that wide. Who really cares? Y'all really need to let that narrative go. Okay. So that's number one. But at that point, who's really the predator? Who's really the predator? Is it the younger person trying to leech off the older person with the money, or is it the older person trying to mind control the younger person for their goodies? Seems like it's a mutually beneficial situation where everyone gets what they want in the end. So, y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but who gives a shit? Like, they were all under that Twitter thread saying, oh my God, he's tugging down this younger boy. And I'm like, that boy is not a boy. That's a grown ass man. And who cares? Who cares? Who cares? All right. So anyways, I was going to talk about that a couple of weeks ago, but I never really got the opportunity to. But since we're talking about Jason Lee and the Hollywood Impact Awards, I just, felt like I should maybe just, talk shit. But again, shout out to Jason Lee. Award show was super, super, super cute. Okay, so what else did I want to talk about? Martha's Vineyard. Actually, let's do Housewives first. So Ralph Pittman came out and basically said, I'm sorry. So this comes from lovebscott.com. Shout out to Denver. Ralph Pittman apologizes for his part in Drew Sidora's split, is optimistic for brighter days ahead. Okay, let me see if I can put this up. Okay, there you go. You see it. So basically, it says, in his statement, Ralph says he loves Drew, but he's looking forward to brighter days. He says, I love my wife with all my heart. It is no secret that marriage is a challenging journey, one that is not for the faint of heart. He says, my family means the world to me, and I've dedicated myself to providing support. Encouragement and acting as a pillar of strength for my wife and children. Although we know the real reason that ultimately led to my request for divorce, what's the real reason? I don't know. I'm taking this time to be more introspective and working to become the best version of myself. You need therapy, baby. You need counseling. You need church. You need Jesus. You need healing. He continues, I stand by my response to the petition. However, I sincerely apologize for my part in the deterioration of our relationship. As seasons change, I'm hopeful and optimistic for brighter days ahead. Well, that was cute and dandy. But anything that man says, I just automatically write it off as bullshit. He's a he's a master manipulator. That man is a master manipulator. And notice how in this season, I have a video coming out with Scotty. We did the BET Awards yesterday, and then I think tomorrow I'm gonna post a video about us talking about Housewives. And I said that in that video. I was like, Ralph is a master manipulator, and Drew isn't perfect either. And I really want to know what's going on with Ty, Mimi's ex, and some of the other girls, and LaToya that she was kissing and doing, they say Drew Sidora is a lesbian. I hope I'm not outing. Is that outing her? No, it's not outing her because it's on the news. But they say Drew Sidora was, while he was in Tampa, she was with Ty, allegedly. So anyways, she's not perfect neither. Okay, I'm sure she has dirt and skeletons in her closet. But my thing that kind of just irritates me is the fact that they shot this whole season of Housewives pretending, right? And we saw the interviews when they announced that they were getting a divorce, we saw the interviews, how everybody was kind of shocked because just a week or two prior, they had a birthday party. Drew Sidora threw a birthday party for Ralph Pittman, and they were all lovey-dovey in love, and everything was scandal-free. And then all of a sudden, filming stops, filming ends, filming wraps for the season, and they filed for divorce. So that just kind of let me know that I feel like this whole dynamic, this marriage dynamic that they are portraying onto the TV screen is fake, especially this season, because notice how we're like 8+ episodes in and Ralph is trying to act like the perfect husband. Notice how we're 8 episodes in and Drew Sidora is acting like she's the perfect wife. Now, we did get a little bit of tea when Allison came on and she was like, I think she called Ralph Pittman a manipulator and he's controlling and stuff like that, which is nothing but the truth. So Allison was banned from the house for telling the truth. And you must tell the truth and shame the devil, okay? But I feel like everyone is faking, including Allison, because what were those tears at the skating rink talking about this was my vision and thank you and all of this other extra stuff? It's like, girl, and then they started hugging Ralph Pittman, and Ralph Pittman be way too close with everybody. Like, if you're hugging... If you're hugging your wife's sister, why are your hands so close to their backside? Like they behind, like put your arm, when you go in to hug somebody, put your arms up on their shoulders or the mid back right here, the mid back. Your hands should not be all the way down. Okay. The dimples that are on your back, your hand, when you're a married person, your hand should not be all the way down somebody's back like that. So Ralph is a little bit too touchy-feely for me. And I did show y'all that screenshot of Ralph and Courtney, who are supposedly cousins, but they had like this hug where she was filling up on his muscles. And then Ralph was kind of like, again, his hand was on her back dimples. And I'm just kind of like, Anyways, so the sister to me is kind of fake because you don't like this man, but I guess they're just trying to play nice so that she can be unbanned from the household. So a little bit fake to me because don't be hugging and crying in my arms. And we haven't really talked about the real issues of the situation. Ralph is fake to me because he's pretending to be the perfect husband and we know he's not. Drew Sidora is fake to me because her life is just a story and she's acting like she's going to win an Oscar from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Even the preaching mama is fake to me, okay? It's a facade. That whole household is nothing but a facade, right? Drew Sidora, to me, she's just really irritating the hell out of me out of anybody this season.
Drew better sit her little Mickey Mouse built like a box ass down.
All right, so moving right along, at the BET Awards, we had Karen Huger. She went on to, I think it was Entertainment Tonight, and let me see if I can pull this up. Let's see. She had an interview with Entertainment Tonight, and I guess she was giving her thoughts and opinions on the upcoming season, Real Housewives of Potomac, that they are currently filming. They just got back from, I want to say, Dominican Republic, right? The Dominican Republic. And then they had a birthday party for Mr. Eric Fuller, who you guys wanted fired. Child, Eric Fuller isn't going anywhere, hunty. And then what else have they been doing? So Candace was at the BET Awards, Wendy was at the BET Awards, and Karen was at the BET. Eva and Nene were there as well. Where's Giselle and Robyn Dixon? Aren't they a part of the Black Effect? Did they not get an invitation through Black Effect podcasting network? Where were they? Anyways, if Potomac did not film the girls at BET, I think that would be such a missed opportunity. Nobody wants to see Jacqueline and Charisse eating chicken in Deshaun's backyard. Nobody wants to see Jacqueline and what's her face? Jacqueline and Charisse eating chicken without Kim Zolciak. Nobody wants to see that. Anyways, Robyn's back. Here's Karen at the BET Awards.
Anything you can tell us about the show? Any updates? Anything you can tell? What can you update us on?
Okay. Robyn is back.
Okay.
Oh, Lord, she made it back. But we'll talk about that later. The show is great. The girls are, per usual, messy as heck. Always loving to come for the grand dame, as they so tenderly call me, but want to call themselves that too.
Anything you can tell us about the show? Any updates?
Okay. So that was a bit shady. That was shady. Robyn's back. Of course Robyn was going to be back. Robyn Dixon is having the most interesting year of her life. But they better be talking about the mistress of the night. Okay. And they need to bring her onto the show. I want Eric Fuller to pull a Sincerely. Y'all remember when Candy and them, I think they was at her restaurant, if I'm not mistaken. I think they was at Old Lady Gang, if I'm not mistaken. And Candy had a scene with Cynthia, and I think Eva was there. And that was when Sincerely came down. There was this rumor that Dennis was fucking dogs and rabbits and deers and Bambis and Dumbo and, you know, everything in the wild, the Georgia forest and things of that nature. And that he was also messing with this girl named Sincerely. So he was cheating on Portia with dogs and cats and Sincerely, allegedly, according to Tasha K. But I never believed that because what the fuck? But listen, you never really know. But I say that to say, remember when they had Sincerely on there? Remember when, and then she came up to Candy and was like, hey, oh my God. And obviously that was set up by the producers. And she basically let it be known that I like shit like that. That shit is messy. And I loved it. Remember when Apollo Nida's girlfriend came into the, it was Old Lady Gang too. Why is it that Candy always have these girls coming in and then she be trying to act all innocent? And it's like, girl, they're only coming to your establishment. And then be acting like I had nothing to do with it. That's how Candy became the queen of the show, because for years behind the scenes, she was setting stuff up. And okay. And then, so yeah, Apollo Night, Shireen, remember when she came on? And then remember the cookie lady? Tell me why Tanya has so many good, juicy storylines and she was only a friend of. Y'all can't tell me that the cookie lady storyline wasn't funny. Y'all can't tell me that Tanya bringing that damn wig from Canada or wherever the hell they was. Y'all can't tell me that wasn't funny. Y'all can't tell me that Tanya and Nene going back and forth at the season 11 reunion wasn't funny. When Nene said, you not finna get that peach from me, you'll have to pull it out your pussy. The clit has left your body. Remember when Nene told Tanya to pull it out, pull the peach out her P-U-S-S-Y, and then Tanya looked at that girl and said, I don't understand the words that are coming out of... Ah! I miss those days. Okay, anyways. So, the show used to be so messy, and I want the lady who claims to have had this situationship with Juan Dixon, they need to bring her onto the... And listen, I may be what's the word? I may be, that may be hurtful toward Robyn, right? But from a producer's perspective, it's like, y'all have brought the other women, right? Cookie Lady, sincerely. Y'all have brought these other women to the platform to face the housewives or friend ofs onto the show. And so why not bring that lady onto the, if they don't bring that lady onto the show, it's just like, why they ain't bring on Ariane onto the Love and Marriage? Wouldn't the ratings like go off the charts? Like Carlos King, you know that those ratings are not really rating. Bring Ariane on there and let's have a 3-way powwow and get them ratings up. Like, I always feel like the other women's storyline, like, I don't know. That's just some juicy soap opera shit that we just need to get back to. Okay. Anyways, moving right along. Y'all gonna be like, what is he drinking? What else did I want to talk about? Let's see. So I've already been on here for 26 minutes, so I'm about to end this. What did I want to? Oh, Martha's Vineyard. Okay, very quickly. Okay, let me bring up a picture of Martha's Vineyard. Y'all, Martha's Vineyard. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Martha's Vineyard. Did you guys watch I have so many producer notes. I'm gonna be a TV producer one of these days. Who wants to hire me? Summer House, Martha's Vineyard, aka the Black Summer House. It was a good show, you guys. I really did enjoy it. There's not a lot of TV shows that I watch in the moment, like right when they air on TV. Everything I watch is usually after the fact. But Martha's Vineyard is one show that I did not want to miss. Like, I was more excited for Martha's Vineyard every Sunday night than I was Real Housewives of Atlanta, because it was just different. I felt like we hadn't had a show like that about young, successful Black people, educated. You know what I mean? It was a lot of history in it. You know what I mean? It was just, I can't recall a show like this before. So it was just really, 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 really dope. But I have some producer notes. So let me go ahead and bring in these people. So first off, let's just start off with the host of the trip, Silas and Jasmine. They were so annoying. Silas and Jasmine were so annoying. Silas, I think his misogynistic ways come from his upbringing. I think he's like a first generation American, if that makes sense. I think his parents were immigrants, if I'm not mistaken, and he was like the first generation. I don't know if he came from Liberia. I could be totally fucking this up, but either he came from Liberia as a kid and moved to America or, the States, or his parents moved here and then he was like a first generation born American. I don't know. Y'all know what the hell I'm trying to say, okay? But I think that's where his misogynistic ways come from, because he comes, or his traditional POV, because of just how he was raised. So it's quite disappointing because they have a lot of kinks. They got to work out some things. I think Silas found a lot out about Jasmine on this trip, right? And he did not like what he found out, and he didn't like the fact that she likes to go out and get drunk and get drinks paid for and hang out with Jordan Emanuel at all hours of the night in New York City and whatever. So I don't know. I liked Silas though. I liked Silas and Jasmine. They were super annoying. Okay, super annoying. Like, all that voting people off, all of that bullshit, I thought was dumb as hell. The family meetings, I thought that was bullshit. I thought all of that was lame. I think they're kind of, I don't want to say they're lame, but I don't know. Like, it was giving my man, but your man was disrespecting you the entire fucking trip. And then when she got bucked back by the very end, I mean, Jasmine was sick of the shit, okay? She was like, I don't want to hear a goddamn thing from you right now, okay? Because he was complaining about the steaming, like, you're not ironing, my suits, and You're not bringing me my food, and you're not doing this, that, and the third. And it's just like, girl. No, damn mess. But I would say, without Silas and Jasmine in their annoying ways, it would have been a very less interesting show. So I do appreciate their presence. So then we have Bria. We're going to start off with the good. Bria, to me, is so overdramatic. Like, she said that her boyfriend Simon was disgusting and he's despicable and we're over and we're done. I'm like, girl, you are being so overdramatic for nothing. You're a drunk. Bria is a drunk. She's overdramatic and she's very antagonistic. And how they say she's a master manipulator. Her and Ralph might be the perfect couple so they can manipulate each other into being more better, decent human beings because it don't make no goddamn sense. But Bria, to me, made the show worthwhile. Single-handedly. Bria single-handedly carried the show. I felt like Bria was the only one that wasn't afraid. Not the only one, because Jasmine and Silas, I think they did a great job, but these are all first-time reality people, reality TV stars, right? I don't think they've been on TV previously. So, for me, Jasmine, Silas, and Bria were the most authentically themselves, and it made for great TV. Even though they're probably 3 of the most flawed characters onto the show. But them being flawed is what made it great TV. So again, I did not agree with anything Bria had going on. I was done at the dog. No one wants the lice and the ticks and the lice. Do dogs have lice? No one wants the lice and the ticks and the stink Frito smell from that dog and the hair all over the place. Like, the shit is disgusting. Dogs are gross. They're cute. I love them, but they're gross. They smell. No one wants to smell that. But she lost me at the damn dog. So I didn't really agree with Bria on nothing, but her presence was needed. She brought the drama. She was the drama, and I loved it. Okay. So we're going to go from the best cast members to the worst. Silas and Jasmine, I know you guys don't like them, but without them, what would we be like? Their breakdown, the gender roles of their marriage, like, that's great conversation. It's great conversation that we want on TV. Bria, very annoying, very antagonistic, but great TV. Then we have the mid-tier. So they were kind of like, I would say, the stars. Then we have the mid-tier, which would be Jordan Emmanuel, Amir, Shanice, Nick, and Alex. Okay, so we have the top tier and the middle tier. All of those people, they're a part of the middle tier. They did just enough to be recasted in the second season. Amir, we know how he looks, so we don't mind watching him on TV. Very young. I think Amir is a year younger than me, and I'm like, man, was flirting with Andy Cohen trying to gay bait so that he can get a second season. Girl, you know exactly what the hell you doing. But Amir, he was fine. I liked how he stood up to Phil. Not Phil. What was that man? Steven? What's his name? Steven? Phil? The tall guy with the tracksuit, the FUBU tracksuit. That was great. I liked how he tried to pursue Jordan. That was interesting. You know, he was just good, well-rounded. Shanice, I felt like she was very annoying. Like, nobody wants to see your titties. Like, it's screaming like, I want attention, I want attention, I want attention. And it's giving catfish. I feel like Shanice was a catfish. Nobody wants to see your titties. But you did just enough to get a second season, babe. Just enough. And all that, I'm here for the weekends and then I'm leaving. Girl, you're on TV. Quit your job and put all of your energy into this because you don't know what this is going. You can get another Playboy job. Stop playing. But put your titties away. We don't care. Sorry. Bravo's nothing but women and gays. We're not interested. But she did just now. Jordan was an interesting character. She to me is a natural victim. And I hope this doesn't sound too sensitive, but her being desired, she has turned her being desired into like this victim personality. And I don't want to be insensitive to her feelings and her perspective and stuff like that. But I just kind of feel like it's like, oh, I'm the pretty girl. I'm the girl everybody wants. Girls want to be me and all the men want to be with me. And I have internalized that so much and have, I don't know, just made that into like me being a victim. Like, woe is me because everybody wants me. Like, and I get the whole thing about being sexualized, and I totally understand that, and I stand with her in that. But this whole I'm so attractive and I just can't handle that everybody is so obsessed with me sort of narrative is just a bit annoying to me, and I don't resonate with it. But I mean, she was cool. The only thing about Jordan that I honestly really disliked is I thought she was fine. I just kind of felt like, and I think it's just her personality. She's just has like resting, what's it called? RBF. She has that. And I also feel as though she I felt like she had an attitude the whole show. It was like this very subtle attitude. Preston also had a very subtle attitude throughout the whole show. And it's like, girl, lighten up. You're on vacation. You on TV. Get drunk. Like, sit your ass down. Okay, so Amir, Shanice, Jordan. We talked about who else is a part of the middle tier. Alex and Nick are a part of the middle tier. I felt like we definitely needed more of Alex and the girlfriend. I wish the girlfriend would have came in sooner. I loved how Bria was being super messy and told the girlfriend about Nick being in Shanice's DMs and all of this other stuff. That was great. Very messy. Bria wrong. But listen, it's reality television. We want the mess. That's why Bria is in the top tier. Nick, I just wanted more. But I think he should come back for a second season. I think Alex, to me, Alex had a really good storyline. Alex could have been more of a star on this show, but I think I wanted to see him pursue Summer. I wanted to see him actually like confront Shanice on what he saw in the blogs about her being a stalker and calling that man 18 times in a row when he don't want to be bothered. Girl. So I just kind of felt like, Alex, you so fine. You have the storyline. You just didn't extract the opportunity. So that's why you're stuck in the middle tier. Bottom tier. I think his name is Phil, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Phil? The light-skinned man, Phil. Why? We didn't need you. You were literally wasted space, breathing up oxygen. We only have 96 hours left. I mean, just a complete waste of time. Like, I feel so bad for being so just blunt, but why did they cast him? Summer, to me, she can get a second. She's a part of the bottom tier because she didn't do anything. However, she did kind of get nuck if you buck toward the end. So, and then I kind of want to see where Alex and Summer go. So let's have them back for a second season. But Summer, bottom tier. And then Preston. Preston is a part of the bottom tier. And I think Preston is I think he's great. I could see myself hanging out with Preston in real life. I think Preston is dope. But I think, again, why are you there? And if you're going to play, it's okay to play the role of neutral. It's okay to be the character of I'm everybody's friend. I'm here to console everyone. I'm here to talk to everyone. That's okay. Those people are needed on TV shows. Not everybody can be a star. Not everybody can be the point of contention. Not everybody can be the center of attention. But being everybody's friend is not a storyline. Being everybody's friend is not a storyline. If you don't have a storyline, you don't need to be on TV. You have to have something going on. Why didn't Preston invite his man on to the Martha's Vineyard? Why didn't somebody invite Phil's baby moms onto the something? Like, give these people something to talk about. So Preston, I'm just like, why was you there? Like, he's nice and everything, but it's like, why are you there? And then I felt like he had like this slick attitude the whole time. Like him and Jordan, I'm surprised they not closer. I'm surprised they not more best friends. They have the same sort of like this attitude, like this very judgmental, like it's very subtle though. You can't call them out on it because it's real subtle. So if you call them out, them the type of people, and Candy kind of reminds me of this too. Where y'all be noticing and y'all gonna say I'm a Candy hater. I really don't give a shit, and y'all just need to get over the fact. Like I'm gonna keep talking shit. Okay. Candy on Housewives, she has this like very slick, subtle like attitude, like I'm too good for this. I don't want to be here. You guys are annoying me. It's very subtle. So when you call them out on it, it then becomes the person who calls them out on their sort of like demeanor is deemed as like the crazy person, because it's like, why are you attacking them? And they didn't do anything to anybody, and now you're just a hater. But then people know. So that's how I feel about Preston and Jordan. It's just like, what's going on with the attitudes? I want to know what that's about. Why was Mariah voted out the house? Is Summer going to get the same rep as Mariah? Because Summer was probably the most physically aggressive person in the house. I mean, she whole ass pushed that girl. But Brielle, you definitely were an antagonizer. Why did that other man with the FUBU tracksuit get kicked out the house? Like, that was the most interesting episode. That was great TV. Bring him back. What's his name? Steven? I don't know what the hell his name was. Bring him back. Like that whole let's vote everybody. This is not fucking Survivor. This is not Big Brother. And don't nobody want to have a family meeting. I don't give a fuck who trip this is. This is really not Jasmine and Silas's trip. This is Bravo's trip. And Bravo should have stuck their foot down and been like, hell to the fucking no. We're making a TV show and he's good for TV. So the nigga stays. Okay. And those are my thoughts on Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Definitely deserves a second season. I hope that this part of the franchise, this Black Summer House, is just as successful and has a long run and spinoffs. Because now they have the Summer House. I think they're like in season 8 or some shit. And they have Winter House and they have couples and like they have like real storylines and shit like that. So I hope that this show has the same success. But yes, I'm gonna go ahead and log off. Love you guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to create a great day. Bye.